Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. So last fall, Craig and I had the chance to go to South Africa with our family, and while we were there, we tried out some pretty interesting food. One of the places that we went was Chef's Warehouse, Tin Swallow, and the restaurant is located in Cape Town off of Chapman's Peak Drive, which is a really scenic and beautiful drive. That's Chapman's Peak in the background, and it was amazing just watching the clouds roll over the top of the mountain. The road leading to the restaurant, Chapman's Peak Drive, is really scenic and beautiful. You can see the Atlantic Ocean down below off the coast of the mountain, and the road leading down to the restaurant was actually so steep that they had us park on the side of the road and they sent a driver to get us. So you can see where the road is, that's Chapman's Peak Drive, and the restaurant is located at the bottom near the ocean. So we had gone to one of the Chef's Warehouse sister restaurants, Beau Constantia, earlier in the trip, and so this was our second dining experience with Chef's Warehouse. And prior to this trip, we had never, at least Craig and me and my in-laws hadn't been to a restaurant like this where it's fine dining with the tapas for two concept. So the menu has 4 courses, and there are two dishes for each course, and you don't really pick, they just bring out both options, and then if there's an odd number of people, then the third person will get chef's choice. Even though it was a cloudy day, it was a really beautiful drive. The peak that you see off in the distance is the Sentinel, and it's just one of the many mountains in the Cape Town area. And the restaurant is associated with a boutique hotel. We didn't have a chance to stay there, but you can see the roofs as we're driving down the road, and they sit right on the water. So we finally made it down to the restaurant. Bobby, that's my brother-in-law, he's pointing out the path down to the ocean. And we had a really early seating time. I think we had the first reservation for the night. So the restaurant was pretty empty when we arrived, but it did fill up as the evening went on. The views are just amazing. And we were really fortunate that we got the chef's table, so we were seated right in front of the wine cellar, and we also had a direct view into the kitchen so we could watch the chefs preparing our meal.
Intended to be shared. Now the menu itself is designed for 2 people to share, so given that we're 6 people, we'll do 3 times the menu here today. And between 2 people, we run through 4 courses of these dishes, with 2 dishes per course. So 8 in total. You don't need to make any choices or anything like that. You're just going to share all 8 as they come. I just need to know from you guys if there are any allergies or diet issues of any kind. I should have shellfish and peanuts. All okay.
As you can see, my father-in-law was anxious to try the food. So here's the menu. The meal was 950 Rand per person, which works out to about $52. Everyone checking out the drink menu. The drinks here were really good. really fresh ingredients and a lot of craft cocktails. This was Craig's margarita. Here I had a pineapple drink. It reminded me of a mojito. I'm sorry, not a mojito, but a Mai Tai. And it was garnished with dehydrated pineapple. And it was so good that I got two. The bread was also really good. It was a warm, buttery croissant type roll. And it was served with butter.
Of the two dishes I'm putting in front of you, the one you're going to start with is the one in the shell. So your lionfish sashimi. The lionfish we're using there today is yellowtail. We've topped that off with hibiscus jellies, apple pressed in lime, daikon, ginger, and a coconut and tamarind broth. When you finish with the sashimi, you're going to move on to this one here. It's called escabeche. So it's a Latin American inspired dish where they'll do grilled fish and a pickled dressing. Underneath the fish itself, which is swordfish today, you've got a burrata cheese, and over the top you've got grapefruit, pickled carrots, and fried curry. So you start that one, finish that one.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Thank you.
Would you like another cocktail?
So for the first course, I tried the barbecue lionfish, which was swordfish. And lionfish is just a South African term for catch of the day. And Craig is into sushi, so he tried the yellowtail sashimi lionfish, which was raw. Bobby explaining the sashimi to my father-in-law. So what's the verdict?
I like the second one.
Move on to the tuna, guys. So the tuna itself is lightly seared, sits in a smoked tomato and dashi with the ginger exo at the base. That's then topped off with float-off, pork jowl, daikon, spring onion, and fried ginger. So tartar and tuna.
Thank you.
All that time I thought I was recording, I wasn't.
This is the tone of the feed. Try a little bit.
So everyone was sitting around waiting to see my father-in-law's reaction because he isn't the most adventurous eater, but I mean, honestly, I'm not either. But I think I might be a tad more willing than him to try new things. For the second course, Craig tried the seared tuna, and I stepped out on faith and tried the venison tartare. It actually wasn't bad. The presentation was beautiful. Honestly, all I could taste was the roll.
Very good to me.
Venison tartare. Maybe you can try at least a little bit.
I'll try that now.
What you think of it?
You can eat this.
Go and get yours.
Right. So you like it? Good.
I ain't gonna say I good. I did. Yeah, it's
All I could taste really was the bread. I put everything on there and I could only taste the bread. So I know it's like
I can taste a lot of truffle actually. You don't taste
What we have is toasted walnuts, pumpkin seeds, preserved lemon and garlic. That's to add the crunchy texture. Obviously the base itself is quite soft. Lemon will balance out the richer parts
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the third course, I tried the barbecue carrot risotto, which was actually really good. I was surprised. Really savory and smoky. And Craig had the pan-fried trout. Now, don't ask me what any of the stuff is on the plate besides the trout.
Along with the duck, you have a golden gel and a cashew nut puree, fresh nectarine, and then a rose nectarine mousse, and then finally your celeriac remoulade topped off with duck ragu and pistachio shavings. Over that, what we're going to be pouring is a duck and nectarine jus, and then you'll be moving on to that lobster. So the lobster is done in peri peri marinade. Comes with a swirl of parmesan garlic puree at the base, as well as the whipped cream dressing. Then you've got variations of potato done in a fajin batter. So you can start with the duck. That's the duck, and we'll finish off.
So for the final course, Craig had the duck, and y'all know I had to go for the lobster. The lobster was good, but surprisingly, I think my favorite dish was the risotto. I think because I was surprised that I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.